Hey everybody, thanks for joining me. So I just want to do a really quick video to explain how the daily minute mindfulness meditations work and the best way that you can use them to get the most benefit out of the process. So mindfulness is a key word that you hear quite a lot these days, but basically it's the process of focusing your mind or teaching your mind to focus on just one thing so that you remove everything else, and at some point, if you do that for long enough, your mind will actually stop. Whilever you're present, whilever you're part of what is going on right now, your mind isn't supposed to be active. Our minds work in the future and in the past, but mindfulness just allows you to focus on one thing and studying it in tremendous detail so that your mind actually slows down and at some point will stop. And when I say stop, I mean, it'll stop trying to take you on a little story about doing the laundry or paying bills. You'll be so focused on what it is that you're doing that all of that stuff just falls away. So when you come to a place like this, as you can see, I'm in a beautiful forest, and anybody looking at this can see straight away that it's just an amazing place. I can hear the babbling brook right there, and I hear birds singing in the background, and there's just so many really wonderful things to look at. But when you come into a large space, the way that your eye and your mind works together, your eye is just going to be jumping from one thing to the next and not really focusing on one thing. If you look at these little 1-minute videos that I've been doing, they're usually a close-up of something, a leaf or a flower. And what that does is basically brings you into a very small region so that your eye can't constantly be jumping around and distracted by other things that are going on. Remember, our minds are wired to look for danger. So when you're in a large space, any little movement or something or a sudden sound, your focus is going to go straight to that. So by bringing yourself into just a very small region, you can kind of stop that process to a certain extent. And when you look in minute detail, like if you're looking at a flower, like really look at the details, look at the colors. Flowers are very rarely just one color. Look at the gradation in there, look at the textures, the shape, little bits of movement. All of that stuff you can just analyze in detail. So for most people, even focusing your mind for just a few seconds at a time is really difficult. And if you can manage a full minute watching these videos without your mind taking you into a story about something else that's going on that's not actually happening right now, then you've actually gone a long way to becoming enlightened. But there's so many benefits to mindfulness, far short of reaching that ultimate goal. But if you can watch one of these videos for a full minute without your mind taking you into a little story somewhere, then that's actually better than doing a 20-minute meditation or even a 2-hour meditation where you're constantly being distracted. I find that just doing little micro meditations throughout the day at various periods is so much more beneficial, and in my mind, it will actually stop your mind much faster than trying to be hardcore and meditate for 10 hours a day or whatever it is. The process is very simple, very straightforward, and literally just forcing yourself to focus on some minute detail for a period of time just stops your mind being able to operate. It's not thinking about the future, thinking about dreams, and it's not thinking about past experiences, something that upset you earlier in the day. It is literally focused on what is happening right now. So by taking yourself out of the big picture and the big scene, where your mind is always going to be distracted and looking for different things, even if it's present, it's still going to be jumping from thing to thing, like that little mosquito. But if you can just narrow that focus down to just a little tiny element and just study, focus. In many of my videos, it's a visual element, but in some of them, it could be sound. It could be the sound of the stream, or it could be the sound of the airplane going over, or it could be the birds singing. But either way, there's something in the video to focus on, and if you spend a little bit of time and find what that is, you'll find that that's very, very beneficial. All right, I see somebody coming down the trail right now, so I got to move my camera. But thanks for watching, hope this was helpful, and there we go, got another plane coming over right now. Hopefully you understand a little bit more how to use the videos properly. and you don't just look and say, "Ooh, that's a pretty flower," but actually study the details and basically slow down. And then all these skills really translate into your everyday life. You can start to incorporate this into literally everything that you do. Even washing dishes becomes fun because you can study the texture, the sounds, literally everything. So anyway, great place to wrap this up right now. So thanks for watching. Please don't forget to like and subscribe, and if you have any questions, just let me know. All right.